Hi, my name is Brandon Heron. I have reading 22, excerpt from the Strategy of Social Protest. Now in this chapter it talks about the Memorial Day Massacre, which I'm about to go over, but it also goes over the Union and the pluralist theory. So let's get started. In May 1937, shortly before Memorial Day, 78,000 steel workers began a strike against the Little Steel companies of Bethlehem Steel, Republic Steel, Inland Steel, and a few others. The Steel Workers Organizing Committee was a union, also known as the SWOC. It was less than a year old, but was gaining traction by signing with 110 steel companies. Tom M. Girdler was the president of Republic Steel, and this were his words about how he felt about the SWOC and the strikers. He said it was a bad thing for our companies, for our employees, and indeed for the United States of America. Now, a little backstory of why these workers went on strike in the first place was they felt that they were getting underpaid, which they were. They were working in very poor conditions and were getting little to no benefits for them or their family. The strike had lasted between 4 to 5 weeks and, like I said, was called the Memorial Day Massacre. And it says here that the committee report noted, for example, that during the years 1933 to 1937, over $1 million worth of tear gas and sickening gas was purchased by employers and law enforcement agencies, but that all of the largest individual purchasers are corporations and that their totals far surpass those of large law enforcement purchasers. And also that these companies did hire their own type of law enforcement to control the steelworker protests and strikes. So it turns out that the SWOC, the Steelworkers Organizing Committee, had actually won against the companies. And it says by the fall of 1941, the Little Steel companies had agreed to recognize the SWOC, and in 1942, the Steelworkers Organizing Committee became the United Steelworkers of America. And today, the leaders of the union meet with presidents and high political parties and people. So the next part jumps over to the pluralist theory. And it started in the 1960s, and to kind of sum it all up, it says basically, power is not concentrated but shared among a variety of groups and individuals that become politically active when political policies concern issues that directly affect their interests. And we see that quite a bit today. It goes on. So if companies or people feel that a policy affects them in a negative way, they can take it up with the government and therefore go to court for it and try to change the policy or get it vetoed. So that kind of sums up this chapter. And thank you.